Good morning, everyone. Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Just going to show you some exciting new products this morning. We have some new coordination products that are going to go with our celebration items. So I'm going to be crafting using some of those. They're available on the 1st of March right through to the 31st of March. But they coordinate with all of our favourite celebration items. I just realised I didn't have my lippy on, so I just raced over and popped my lipstick back on. Okay, so now I might look a little bit more respectable. So I'm jumping on this morning. I know I'm early, so I'll give a little bit of time for people to arrive and jump on and get the notification that I'm live. I decided to jump on a little bit early. I've got so much to show you, and I've actually got to work this morning, so I'm trying to get things sorted and done and try and show you as much as I possibly can before I start work this morning. So, and when I say work, yes, I work my Stamping Up business the majority of the time, nearly 7 days a week. But sometimes I have some hairdressing work. So I've actually got to stop and go and do hairdressing this morning and then get back into it at about lunchtime. So, hey, Julianne, yes, I am an early bird. I'm jumping on early. I'm so excited about all these new products. So we have in how many days? In 7 more days, we're going to have our second release celebration items available. And I'll just show you, we have the beautiful Painted Season stamp set. We have the gorgeous All Adorned stamp set. And we have some designer series paper available as well. And a lovely embossing folder. The embossing folder is called Country Floral Dynamic Textured Impressions. Embossed folder. So that's a mouthful. Hey, Glenda, how you going? Wow, Glenda, it'll be early for you up there in Queensland. Hey, Francine. Hey, Vicky. Thanks for joining. So when you join, jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and please feel free to comment and let me know if there's something you want to ask a question about. I'm happy to help you out in that respect. So, but I'm actually going to do a fair bit of crafting this morning, so I'm going to try and pack in as much as I possibly can. So I'm probably going to go until about maybe 9:30, quarter to 10 or so, because I've actually got to start work at 10 o'clock. So whatever I can get done in that time, I'm going to try and get done in that time. So, of course, you're probably saying, well, get to it. So what I'm going to do is now show you some of the products. I'm going to start with the Painted Season bundle. I'm going to start with making a really simple card using the embossing folder. Sorry, I'm trying to... There. Oh no, it's not going to do it. Anyway, I was trying to have my little picture in the corner, and for some reason it worked before I... but it doesn't want to work now. It worked there. That's what I wanted. Okay. No, I want it the other way. Sorry, I'm playing around with my new program. Sorry about this, people. I want that. There. Okay, I want that. No, I don't want that. I want that. With that. Okay, let's try that. That's what I was trying to do, was get me up in the corner so you can see what's going on and still see the crafting. So sorry about that. That was a little bit, I'm getting used to this new program that I'm using, but it's working really, really well. So I'm so happy with the Switcher program. So perfect time you're getting your hair done at 10 today as well. Oh, no worries, Kathy. Okay, so I'm going to get cracking. So I'm going to use the Well Said stamp for my sentiment, because the Painted Season doesn't actually have a sentiment that goes with it. Now we have the coordination products. Now, please don't get confused. Yes, we do have designer series paper, and I suppose you're probably all champing at the bit to see the designer series paper. that actually goes with this. So I'm going to open that up so you can have a look. So how you get the Painted Seasons stamp set, it's going to be a bundle. It's going to be the stamp set plus the designer series paper. For $180, you will earn them for free. So you'll get the free stamp set and you'll get the free paper. Now there's 3 of each design. I'll just pull it right out. So we've got cute little mushrooms with some greenery, some gorgeous succulents. I'm actually going to use the succulent stamp today. You seen I used the flower stamp last night. I'm going to use the succulent stamp today. If you didn't catch my live last night, you need to go back and check out on my business page, because this stamp set is absolutely to die for. It's one of those distinctive stamp sets. So we've got beautiful mushrooms, we've got succulents, we've got flowers, and we've got the pine cones and pine needles. For a Christmassy theme. So the way they've designed it is to go across all different seasons. And then on the back, I'll just flip it over if I can. On the back, it's got very neutral geometric patterns on the back. So we've got, I think it's Pool Party, maybe shaded, no, I don't think it's Shaded Spruce. It probably could be Call Me Clover. Grapefruit Grove, and I think Poppy Parade by the look of it. So some really nice colours. I would have to check on those colours. I haven't really checked that out to let you know. But so that's the designer series paper. I'm not going to be using that today, but that's the designer series paper that goes with this bundle. Now the framelits are awesome. In the framelits, we can cut out, and this happens to me every time I have my framelits. I need to stick it onto my my magnetic sheet. It's already stuck down. Okay, so the framelits, we have the flower that you can cut out. We have the succulent you can cut out. We have a couple of the leaf things. We have 3 of these tiny little leaf ones and the bigger leaves. So it's really good to be able to have quite a few of those to cut out so you can pre-stamp the images and cut them out. Okay. So let's get cracking on this card. So this is the beautiful embossing folder. Now, I did have a piece that I had embossed, but I'm going to run it through the embossing folder anyway, the new piece that I've got. Now, I'm going to use Sahara Sand, and I've got a couple of layers there. So I'm going to grab the Big Shot machine. Now, this is a dynamic impressions folder, so that means that it's thicker than the normal embossing folders. Okay, so that means we use our base plate only with 1 cutting pad. Okay, so, and the reason that we do that is because it's thick, so you don't need as big a sandwich for it to go through your embossing. Go through your Big Shot, you need to have just 1 of the cutting plates. Now, hopefully you can see the impressions on this. You wait until you see this go through this. I cannot believe it. Now, some people say that with the deep textured ones that you can spritz them to get a better, hey Pam, thanks for joining, to get a better, and thanks for sharing, a better impression. I actually don't spritz mine for the simple fact that when I'm crafting, I want to be able to stick it onto my project straight away, so I don't want to have the time to wait. And look at that. Honestly, I don't think it needs spritzing. It comes out simply beautiful. They are raised up. Look at those flowers. Simply stunning embossing folder. So that one is called the Country Floral Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. Okay, so this one will be available as a free item. When you purchase $90, you can get the embossing folder for free. Okay, so what I decided to do was I've got a piece of our shimmery white cardstock here, and I thought I would take the succulent. Because I did the flower last night, I thought I'll try the succulent today. So that's the succulent there. So I'm just going to mount that onto a block. And I'm thinking I'm going to do the succulent in, don't really want to do Old Olive. I'm thinking Pear Pizzazz. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp, I think I'm going to stamp maybe 2 of them on my piece of shimmery white. Now, when you see this stamp, you are going to go, oh my Lord, look at that. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that. Look at that stamped image. Now, that is Stamping Once. It's one of our distinctive stamps. Stamps absolutely beautiful. So, these, honestly, I normally with distinctive stamps, I find when they're on the red rubber, I find they stamp really, really nice. Okay. Awesome embossing folder, Pam. You'll have to... I know, Glenda, I feel like I'm going to enable you a little bit here, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Okay, so I decided that I want to do, I think something like smoky slate as the leaves on it. Because I've done a succulent, my words are getting stuck this morning. I might do just a couple of these in smoky slate. Okay, so I could probably, oh no, I'll just do it there. I just really want to do quite a simple card. Okay. So that's about it in a nutshell. I'm just going to clean these stamps up because I'm going to run out of blocks this morning, so I'm going to have to clean as I go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the matching framelits out and we're going to cut those out on our big shot. I'm going to pop the ink away so I don't get it all over me. Okay, and clean that one. So the coordinating products are going to be available from the 1st of March through to the 31st of March. The second release celebration items, so this Painted Seasons, on the 15th you'll be able to earn them as free items. When you do a $180 order, you'll be able to get the Designer Series paper and the stamp set all for free as a bundle. Okay. And I'm actually going to be really, really nice. I'm actually going to do, I've somehow ordered an extra stamp set. I have no idea why I ordered an extra stamp set, but I have. Somehow I've got an extra stamp set. So I'm actually going to use the other stamp set, the Painted Season stamp set. I'm going to use that as my giveaway for the month for sharing my video. So if you like that stamp set, please, ladies, and I will make sure I try and draw it before the end of the month so you know whether you want to order. Oh, sorry, I mean you'll be earning it free anyway before that. Okay, so there's my framelit on there to cut the succulent out. And I'm going to use the 2 leaf ones. I should be able to cut 2 of those out while I go. So the beauty of them doubling up with the framelits, they've really thought about it and trying to make us work smarter, not harder. So having more than one of the framelits takes less time then to cut them out. So I've got another one that I've pre-cut a lot of the stuff so that you didn't have to see me using this, but I had it in my mind what I was going to do this morning, but I actually haven't even pre-designed this one. Yes, Chrissy, I'm early this morning. What is the benefit of using the paper? Sorry, Carol, can you elaborate on that? I might have missed your comment before that. What is the benefit of using the paper? Can we zoom back out? Yes, sorry. I keep forgetting that I zoom in. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so that's 2 of them done. I'll pop it through again and do the other 2. And we'll be ready to rumble. That's that one. And that one. Or were you asking me why am I using this shimmery cardstock? Because you could be asking me that. It was just my choice of cardstock this morning. I actually wanted to use it. I was doing the Lasting Lilly, and it stamped beautiful on our shimmery cardstock, so I decided that I was going to use shimmery cardstock for my stamping. Okay, so that's them all cut out. Now also with our new coordinating products, we are going to have a new punch. And so I'm going to use the punch this morning for our sentiment on our card, and then I'm going to arrange my succulents around that. Okay, so I'll get that out of the way. Okay. I need another bit of shimmery cardstock to stamp my sentiment. Okay, so there are our bits all cut out. I've got my lovely embossed layer. I'm going to pop that on there. I've got my beautiful succulent flowers. I have a couple of little leafy prongs that I'm going to use. Like so. And I'm going to use the story label punch is the next thing I'm going to use. So I'm going to stamp, am I going to be able to get it there? I probably can. I'm going to cut it out and stamp it afterwards. I normally would stamp first, but just to be able to see that I'm going to get it out of that label, I'm going to do that. Now, what am I going to pop on the front? This is the Well Said stamp set, so it's got lots and lots of sentiments and sayings. Maybe thoughtful, I wonder will that fit? Thoughtful, kind, generous, that's you. Yes, it will. Okay, that one there. And I haven't, this is the first time I've used this stamp set, so I haven't actually mounted my labels or anything on just yet. So hopefully I'm going to stamp this straight. I'm going to get one go at this. Okay, so I think I'm going to stamp that in maybe Rich Raspberry, I think. Just something a little bit different. If I can get my ink pad out of there. Okay. So I'm going to ink up that sentiment. Make sure I've got it on my block straight. Hey Leanne, how you going? Thanks for joining. Hey Jenny, thanks for joining. So Carol, that was the question. Why that type of cardstock? Yeah, I was using no, just the shimmery white. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to line this up and get this nice and straight. Oh, and upside down, but that's okay. So it says, know that love, prayers, and caring surround you today. That was not the sentiment I was going to use. I think I pulled the wrong one out. What was that? Wasn't I going to use thoughtful? Yes, I was. Thoughtful, careful, generous as you, which is that one there. I'm going to turn that over. No, I can't turn it over. Okay, I'm gonna crunch out another one. I've got some spare here. Okay. We'll do another one. Okay, so that, as I said, is the story label punch. So I think it's there is talk that maybe it may stay around, that it might not just be a coordination product. I couldn't imagine if they went to the hassle of making a punch that they wouldn't maybe add it into our annual catalogue. But we do not know, so we just go with the flow. And bear with me, this could be upside down as well. No, it's up the right way. And what I'm actually going to do is, even just on that, I'm just going to stamp off a little bit with the Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to put some succulents just in the corner of that one. So I just need a scrap piece of paper. Sorry, I thought I was all organised this morning, but time got away on me, as usual. So I'm just going to stamp off on the scrap bit of paper and just stamp on in that corner. Stamp off and on there. So it gives us some beautiful succulents there. And I think I want to maybe punch out a rich raspberry. Have I got rich raspberry here? Yes, I'm going to punch out another one of those punches. And I'm just going to offset it so that we have actually, I'm going to do 2 of them. Thank you for sharing, Carol. Thanks for sharing, Judy. I've got a few early birds this morning watching. Okay, so I'm going to actually do that so that we get a really nice label. Can you see? Am I close enough? I feel like I need to go in a little bit more. Just a little bit. Okay. So I'm now going to put that together. So I'm going to do a rich raspberry base. And just with my bone folder, score that nicely. I'm then going to pop one of my Sahara sand layers on. So just with my liquid Tombow. Hi Sandy, how you going? Thanks for joining. Let me know where you're watching from, ladies. I'm really always interested to hear, especially the people that are overseas. I love hearing where you're from overseas, and I love hearing what temperatures you're getting over there, because so many people overseas are getting freezing cold weather and we're sweltering away here in Australia. And yeah, people are getting freezing weather over there. Okay, so now I'm actually going to put this beautiful embossed layer on as well. So I'm going to, with my liquid glue, do that. You're up early waiting on a parcel, got some stuff to do before work. Okay, no worries, Christy. It is early for me. I'm not normally crafting at this time. I'm normally getting myself sorted for the day and what I'm going to do for the day. But I was too excited to bring these products to you, and I've got so much to do this afternoon that I thought I'll jump on and do a live video early this morning. Campbelltown, Christy. I should know that, because I'm sending out your prize to you. Okay, so that, then I'm going to glue these ones onto the back of my sentiment label, and then I'm going to pop up my sentiment, and then I'm going to put a few of those succulents around. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up, that I'm going to get a little bit of a border, a little bit poking out from underneath. And the reason that I'm doing this is just so that it takes that, it separates your sentiment from the rest of your cards, so you can actually, the sentiment stands out a little bit more for you. But look at that punch. How awesome is that to get that? From Michigan, ready for more cold winter weather, Carol. You poor thing. I know you're getting a really super, super cold winter over there this year. Normally what happens is it tends to follow trend. Like if you guys get a really super cold winter, then we tend to get it the next year. It's your first time here, Pat. And whereabouts are you from, Pat? Let me know where you're watching from. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up onto dimensionals. And I'm going to keep my dimensionals in the center of my sentiments so I can pop the other flowers and things in underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that down there. Then this flower I'm going to pop in, actually, no, I'm going to pop that flower up. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pop it up onto dimensionals. And then I'm going to pop the leaves in underneath. There. I'm going to pop that one up too. From Michigan. Thank you, ladies, for joining all the way from overseas. I love it when people join from overseas. Okay, so now I've got 4 of my little sprigs that I'm going to pop onto some glue dots. There's my glue dots. So I'm just going to pop that in under that dimension, in under that flower there. That. I'm going to pop another one in. I think I'm going to cut the little prong off it because I don't think I'll quite need it that long. And pop him in there. I'm going to pop that one in up under here. So you can just play around with your how you're going to pop your greenery around. And that one in under there. Just going to pop in my bone folder to make sure that, yeah, that glue dot's stuck down. Feels like it's not sticking down. I think I need a better one. That's better. Much better. Okay. And I think I want a little bit of bling. Okay, so I have my epoxy shapes in here. And these ones are older ones. They are retired, and I'm trying to use them all up. But they're actually a nice, they're a paler colour than our new ones. Our new ones are quite bright, but just going to pop that one there. One here in the middle of this. And maybe one down there. So there you go, super, super quick card using the succulents out of that set. And I think it's going to be a really, really versatile set because there's so many things. Now, if you didn't catch my live video last night, these were the cards that I made using the flower out of the same stamp set. So first of all, I made this one. This was the first one. When I first got the stamp set, I was so excited and I was like, I'm going to make a quick card. Now, I made that one in 5 minutes. Beautiful flowers. This was the next one that I did. So I wanted to actually show that you could do simple stamping with it. Just a couple of punches, popping a sentiment on and just doing the 2 different colours, the Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape. And this one here was my stepped up version of the same card, similar card to these 2, but using the framelets, the matching framelets, and being able to get a bit of 3D happening with the card. So 2 totally different cards you can see there, succulents and the beautiful flowers. And there's more to come because, I mean, there's pine cones and things that we can use, so for our Christmassy, wintry sort of cards. So I think it's going to be a really, really versatile set. So I hope you enjoyed that card, and we'll move on to the next one. Pop all those cards up there so I know where they are. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is the Lasting Lily. It is a really, really lovely set. I've got everything over here ready to go. Bear with me. Okay, so with the Lasting Lily, I struggled with stamping. I struggled with getting it to stamp really, really nice onto my projects. So as I said this morning, I had a bit of a play around with our shimmery white cardstock, and it stamped absolutely beautifully. So I decided that, okay, it's going to stamp gorgeous on this shimmery white cardstock. Maybe that's the way we go. So I don't know, is there anyone else out there that's been struggling with getting the Lasting Lily? I find because it's a photopolymer stamp set, I tend to really like the red rubber stamp sets. And I just found I struggled with it on being photopolymer. So what I decided to do was try it out on the shimmery cardstock, and it worked beautifully. So I'm going to stamp the images out of Blackberry Bliss. You're waiting on your order, Carol? Hey Matthew, how you going? Thanks for joining. Okay, so what I actually need for this one is I need 3 of the large lilies. So I'm just going to ink that up with my Blackberry Bliss. And sorry, I'm going to move that out of the way. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp 3 of the large lilies. That's 1. Look how perfectly that stamps. Gorgeous. So I'm actually really thinking it is the shimmery white cardstock that is giving the really nice look. And the beauty of using the shimmery white cardstock is when you're finished in the end, you've got some beautiful shine and shimmer on your project as well. Okay, so I'm going to take the small lily now. I only need 1 of those, so I'm going to stamp that. Could I? No, I can't get it up there. I'll stamp that here. I need to ink that up better. Okay, so 1 of the smaller lilies, like so. And then with the greenery, now one thing you've got to remember, I've actually got the leaf mounted here. With these leaves, with the framelets that match, what you need to do is be really careful how you mount your stamp. So this one here alone, because it's got that thin bit in the middle, it tends to wobble and you can tend to put it on your stamp set not quite the way it should be, because when I went to actually cut it out with the framelit, I had a hard time getting the framelit to actually cut it out properly. So this is a bit of a hint that I want to tell you, is to pop your framelit down. Sorry. You need to pop your stamp into your framelit, okay? So pop it down onto the table. Make sure that your stamp is definitely in your framelit, okay? And then put your block down and pick up your stamp, because then it will definitely fit into the framelit. I found that I had it a little bit screw with this morning and trying to cut it out. So I actually eliminated that from my card and didn't do it. But then later on I thought about it and I thought that's what we need to do. So what you do is you pop your framelit with the cutting side down. You pop your stamp with your stamped image side down and you pop it into your framelit. And when it sits nicely in your framelit, like that, you can see that it sits into your framelit. Then you pick it up on your block. And that way you know that when you stamp that image, it's going to be stamped exactly the right way. So just a little bit of a trick because I learnt from experience this morning. So I'm now going to stamp some of the greenery. I need, I'm going to do that in, what did I do it in? Old Olive. Okay, so I'm going to do that in Old Olive. Sorry about that, I just got a phone call. I don't know whether that stopped the broadcast or not. It normally does when I'm doing it, but it didn't seem to do anything. Okay, so Old Olive. Okay, so I'm going to ink that up. And I need only just one of those. So I'm going to do that actually probably up there. You have to remember that tip, you think? Yeah. It's just a handy thing to know and to remember. And as I said, that happened to me just through experience today for it happening. Okay. And for the life of me, I've lost my other. Oh, Lord. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So I need two of these. So I'm going to stamp that. Actually, I'm going to stamp it like that because I need this end bit for my sentiment. I'm going to stamp it like that. Okay. So I'm going to then, with the framelits, like as you will see, we have the large lily that we can cut that out with the framelit. What's going on here? I'm off screen. What has happened? Am I back? Can't see me. Can you see me now, people? I don't know what's happened. Oh, I know what's happened. My phone has stopped. Okay, let me see. Donna's iPhone. Yes. My phone is not working. Okay, let's go back to that. Sorry everyone, I'm trying to connect my iPhone again. Yes, okay, it's working. All right, that was due to having a phone call, so I'm so sorry. That's the first time I've been using this program that I've had a phone call, so I didn't know what was going to happen. Okay, so I don't know where we left off, but I've stamped on my images, and as you can see, we have some framelits to be able to cut those lilies out. And I'm actually going to take them away and cut them out, but through the magic of being prepared, I have already done that. So we have framelits to cut all of the pieces of the lilies out, and I have these pieces already cut, ready to go, and I need that piece. Okay, so now I'm going to put this card together. So, comments again. Yeah, I don't know what I got a phone call on my mobile phone, and I'm using the camera on my mobile phone. So and I didn't have a clue with this program what happens when someone rings. And it was my husband. He knows I was doing a live video this morning. I have no idea. He tends to do that like every time I'm live. He tends to pick the time that I'm live. So please tell me you can see again now. Oh, sorry. You're on me. Okay, now can you see what I'm doing? We can only see you, not your crafting. Oh my Lord. It just really put me off getting that phone call. I was like, what in the world do I do? But anyway, we learn from our mistakes. Okay, so I've used the beautiful detailed lace embossing folder. Now I used this the other day, so I've actually had this piece left over, so I thought I'll use it on my card this morning. So I'm going to glue that on with my Tombow. Now, when you've got an embossed piece, you really need to use a fair bit of glue to make sure that it sits really nice, because you've actually embossed. It can tend to want to sit up. So really press it down, and even what I would do is actually like pop it aside with a block on it, like so, and let it really get organized and glued down. Okay, so now I've got a couple of these lilies that I'm going to arrange, and a couple of the little prong pieces, as you can see. So now that that's glued down, I'm going to pop one of my lilies just flat flush onto that front layer. You love me, Matthew? Oh, dear. Okay, all right. So we're going to pop that on there. Morning, Helen. How are you? Lovely to see you joining me. Okay, so now I'm going to pop two of these larger lilies up on the front with some dimensionals. So I'm going to pop one like so, and the other one. Now this Lasting Lily stamp set is a level 2 item. So the level 2 item means that you spend $180 and you can earn this item for free. So there's the second one. Now this one I'm actually going to pop up on double dimensionals. Now I don't know whether you've seen this done. I mean, it is a trick from way back. I just want that one to sit down the bottom quite a bit. Okay, so I've put one lot of dimensionals on there. I'm going to peel the backing off, and I'm then going to place another dimensional directly over the top of that one, if it will come off my finger. Okay, because I want this one to be popped up more than the other two flowers, the other two lilies on the front. And take the backing off that one. And pop that one on. Okay, so this is going to make it pop out even more on the card. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that one in the middle, like so. Okay. Bit like paper towel work, yes. And actually, do you know, Glenda, I did actually get into paper toweling at one stage, but it seemed to be too time consuming for me. I mean, it was great, but I was not a good person at cutting things out. As you can see, I love framelets, and when you give me a framelit, I'm happy to go for it no matter what. But when it comes to actually cutting things out, I struggle, and a lot of it was cutting really fine pieces out with what are they called? The knife things that you cut it out with, like a Stanley knife type of thing. And I was not good at that. So I struggled with doing that type of thing. And so I did it for a little while, but you do double dimensionals regularly, Matthew? Yeah, it's great just to get that extra bit of dimension. It's nice to get dimension, but then you get that third layer, which really makes it pop. This would be easier. Exactly. We've got framelets that match everything. So I'm just going to trim that little tiny bit off because it's going to stick in the way. I don't want it to, so I just want that to go in there like that. So I'm just using my Tombow to stick those down. Yes, I know I've got them popped up, but it's quite good to have them laying flat because I want to then pop this one up to actually hold on to that there. So I'm going to use my mini dimensionals for that. And I have to break out a brand new sheet of my mini dimensionals. Okay. Ah, come off. And then I'm going to, this set of framelets has some gorgeous, okay, so that there, has some gorgeous, and then I'm just going to trim those off, those pieces. Okay, level with the bottom of my card. So, as I said, it has some label. We have this one and this one. So what I decided to do was to stamp a sentiment on the front, and it's out of this one. It is, what do I stamp on it? Thank you for your endless love and support. So this one right here. So I've got that there, and I'm going to ink up my Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to stamp that. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. Stamp that just there. And I will go and cut that out with, as you'll see, this framelit just fits that sentiment. And then I'm going to cut out a backing piece out of our Blackberry Bliss. I'll pop the big shot up. I may as well do it on screen. What's the difference? I've got to do it anyway. All right. So I'm going to pop that one in there. And get that exactly where I, oops, wrong one, small one. Get it right. And get it right. Got it turned up the wrong way. Okay. So I think that looks pretty good. And then with the larger one, I'm going to pop it onto the Blackberry Bliss and run that through. Okay. So just pop my cutting pad on. So I'm using the magnetic plate here. The ribbon is coming, Glenda. I'm getting there. Okay, that one and that one. Pop that out of the way. Pop them back in there so I don't lose them. That one and that one. Okay, so we have our sentiment label right there, and that one. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one on. So it's really great. It layers up really nicely. As you can see, it layers up beautifully. And then I have, some ribbon that I'm going to pop on. So I'm just going to glue that on with my Tombow. And glue it on like so. Okay, so you get a lovely border with your sentiment. Now I'm going to use some double-sided tape on the back of there, and I'm going to do my zigzaggy ribbon trick. So I'll just pop a little bit of double-sided tape on the back. I just popped myself back in the corner again. Oh dear. I'm having fun playing around with this program, but I think I need a driving lesson on it to get everything to work. But that was an experience this morning. So when a phone call happens on my mobile phone, when I'm in the program, it freezes the mobile phone. Okay, so I've got my sentiment like so. So I'm going to start. This is a bit of white organza ribbon, or organdy, however you want to say it. I did have someone telling me that that's how you say something the other day. And it's really funny actually, because my youngest daughter, she has a problem with the way people say things a bit strange. You know, like some people say tacos, some people say tacos. You know, like some people say tomato, some people say tomato, you know, like, so she has a really hard time. And she has a thing about people saying salsa. We call it salsa, some people call it salsa, and she's like, why do they call it salsa? There's no salsa in thank you, Jenny, for letting me know. 55 people, wow. 55 people that are obviously up with nothing to do but watch me on live Facebook. I'm very, very grateful for everybody that's watching. Thank you very much. And for everybody that's watching, please share the video. You must type shared in the comments for me to know that you've shared it. If we're not Facebook friends, I don't know that you've shared it, because it doesn't show up in my notifications if we're not friends on Facebook. So you need to type shared, and it needs to be over on my business page, like on the video, the live stream over there. I know I stream into a couple of different groups, but I just go back through the business page and check out who's shared my post, who's, what time is it there? It's 3:10 p.m. Jenny, it is 9:10 a.m. in the morning here for us on Friday morning. You're in Alberta, yes, so it's Friday morning here, and it's 9:10 in the morning, 10 past 9 in the morning. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that one just over the stems. So as you can see, the cute little, the little zigzag ribbon just makes that there, that we've got a little bit of ribbon. I could have probably done a bow if I wanted to do a bow, but, you know, I just thought the zigzag thing was quite cute. And then I'm just going to pop that on the front. Okay. So there you have a beautiful card. Thank you for your endless love and support. So that was my trial one, and there's my second one. I did put a layer of old olive on this one, where this one I didn't, and I was like, it needs something else, and I think the old olive looks much better. But that's what we do when we trial things out. That's how we work it out. Okay, so moving right along, the next thing, I'm just going to clean up some of those again, if I can find my cleaner. Where did I put that? There. Just going to clean up some of my stamps. So I'm just going to show you, there's a stamp set that we have. This stamp set here is a beautiful stamp set. So just while I clean those up, I'll just show you another stamp set. Now this one here is, I need to get it right. This one is a coordination stamp set. So this one will be available on the 1st of March through to the 31st of March. Now, people, these items I think are going to go super, super fast, because Stampin' Up have really excelled themselves. They've never done coordinating products like this before. So I think everyone's going to be super excited. So if you like some of these coordinating products, the framelits and things that I'm using, I really, really suggest to you that you probably need to jump on out and order them on the 1st of March as soon as they become available, because they are going to sell out very quickly, I predict. So, but that's a sentiment stamp set that goes with lots and lots of different stamps in our celebration catalogue. So as you can see, there's stamps that relate to the Cupcake stamp set. There's stamps that relate to the Frog stamp set. So there's lots and lots of really different ideas there that coordinate with them all. So it gives you more options for sentiments on your cards. So now let me see. How am I going to do this? I want that. No, I want it the other way. Hang on, sorry, bear with me again. Okay, so I want that with that in it. There. Okay, sorry. Takes me a while to get this sorted, but I'm getting there. I'm on training wheels trying to get the program to work, but I'm sure it will get easier and easier as time goes on. Now that one goes in there. But you're doing so well bearing with me and my training wheels in all this. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is the Hello Cupcake. Who doesn't love the Hello Cupcake stamp set? This is a stamp set that I can tell you when I first started using it, it absolutely blew my mind how I loved it so much. And ever since having a bit of a play around with it, it has become one of my fast-growing favourite stamp sets. So I have a stamp here that I have no idea where it came from, but I'll pop it up there. Okay, so I decided to make a really quick, easy card using the Hello Cupcake stamp set. So we have the coordinating framelets. I'm doing very good, Matthew. You think so? Well, there's so much to think about with this new program that it is a little bit hard at times thinking of where I've got to be, what I've got to do. So, yeah, I've got training wheels on, but I'm sure I will get better as time goes on. Okay, so the Hello Cupcake looks super, super cute. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to grab a piece of my shimmery white cardstock because it's my favourite at the moment. I've just discovered I've had shimmery white cardstock for a very, very long time. And I've actually just discovered it and how lovely it stamps, how beautiful it looks when you do a project with it. So I'm just going to really celebrate the shimmery white cardstock today. So I have a colour combination in my mind that I think I'm going to use our Flirty Flamingo, our Balmy Blue, and So Saffron. And I'm also going to use, for the base of my cupcake, I'm going to use Crumb Cake. Okay, so that's my colour combination that I'm thinking of. And I'm going to mount up some of these stamps. That one and that one. Okay. So I'm going to stamp a couple of layers because who doesn't love a cupcake that has a mountain of beautiful icing on the top of the cupcake? Isn't the icing the best part of the cupcake? You're so excited for the cupcake framelets, Jennifer? Yeah. I think they're awesome. So, look, I believe that Stampin' Up! Have really excelled themselves. They really have. Okay, so I'm going to do my crumb cake base up here, like so. So that's the cupcake wrapper holder. I'm going to do Flirty Flamingo. Actually, I'm going to do a couple of bases because I want to do a couple of cupcakes. That one and that one. Okay, so Flirty Flamingo. And the detail of these stamps is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That one. Okay, I need to clean that off. I'm just going to stamp off on a bit of the paper to make sure I've got that clean, because I want to use my So Saffron. And sometimes I'm using my Stampin' scrub and it really needs to be cleaned out. So sometimes when you go to stamp, I find like yellows, or the So Saffron is a soft yellow. That looks better. Okay, so I want 2 of those. And then I'm going to clean that up again, and I'm going to stamp my Balmy Blue. Now, the reason that I'm using this colour combination, you're probably wondering, why in the world are you using that as the colour combination? I actually was watching a show, a Netflix show. Now, who loves Netflix? I am absolutely hooked. I've had Netflix now for about 12 months. Oh, no. Okay, frozen again. Sorry everyone, I'm back again. Please tell me I've got sound. I'm trying to get that working, which I have that, so I'm going to go to that. Sorry, I'm back. I'm trying to get, yeah, it is working. Okay, so I want to do, no, that and that. Oh my God, it's not working. Sorry everyone. Why is that not going? Let's go like that. While I'm working this out, you can check me out, but I'm trying to work out how to connect my phone again now. Hopefully that's going to be connected. I'm going to be able to go there and there. I'm so terribly sorry for that happening. I'm back again. So Jade is now ringing Daryl to tell him that I'm actually still on my live video. So I'm so sorry about that. All right, so we're going to cut those cupcakes out. Now, this cupcake is so super, super cute. It actually has some little candles that we can cut out if we wanted to cut out some candles. It cuts out the little heart, the little flower. Trying to think. Oh, that is the bit between the cream layers if we wanted to do. But this here is actually a really, really super cute. It's like one of those glass domes that you can use to pop over your cake. Now, I've seen people use a window sheet and cut that out and put the cupcake onto the cake plate, which I think is a fantastic idea. I'm just so not organised to be able to do that this morning. But I think it's a great idea for making a super cute card as well. So I will probably try and make a project like that and see if I can get it up onto YouTube and do a video on it when I get a bit of time. So I might have a bit of a play around this afternoon when everybody stops ringing me and I get finished with my work. I may be able to get on and do something like that. So now I'm going to cut out the cupcakes. I'm going to bring in the Big Shot over there. Okay, pop the cupcakes on. So the beauty of these layers, so you're just going to have to bear with me while I do this morning. The beauty of this framelit is it actually cuts out the little swirly part in the top. Now you've probably seen when I've used this cupcake set before that I actually fussy cut around the icing, but I couldn't be bothered to fussy cut in that little tiny hole part where these framelits are going to do it for us. So isn't it super, super awesome that we have the framelits to now do it? So just bear with me. I've got a few here to cut out. So I'll try and do it as quick as I can. Okay. But see, cuts out the little hole and everything in it. So that one. And this one. Oh, and you may have realised my mistake here. I've only, oh no, I'm just going to do two. I was going to say I've only cut out 2 bases, but that's right. I'm going to do 2 and I'm going to have 3 layers. I was looking at the 3 and thinking, no, I have got too many. Yeah, I'm only going to do 2 cupcakes, not 3. Otherwise we'll be here all morning. Okay, so we've got some of that. Thank you, Natasha. How are you? Thank you for joining. Natasha, if you wanted to chat this morning, I've got a bit of time later on. Like, what's the time now? Yeah, probably like in about an hour and a bit. If you wanted to have a chat with me about the classes and things that you're talking about, I'd be happy to help you out if you wanted to have a chat. I've just got to do a little bit of work and then I'm free if you wanted to have a bit of a chat with me. Whoa, that one moved.
Do you reckon these in the health are okay to use?
Yeah.
Because I just vomited in the toilet.
Yeah. Okay, I think the cupcake is going to be the last one that I'm going to do today. I'm getting too close to work time and things, so... Yeah, no worries, Natasha. I will message you. No problem at all. Okay, get that out of the way. So as you can see, framelits are super, super cute. Okay. Put them in there. Okay, so I need those in there so I don't lose them. So we have some cute icing, a couple of bases, okay. Now I want to do, what base have I got? I'll do Balmy Blue as my base. Okay, use my bone folder to crease that. You did hear someone in my room, Matthew. You heard my daughter. She was chatting away to me. Okay, I need a Flirty Flamingo base. That one. And a So Saffron. So bear with me, I've just got to cut some of these. Okay, so Flirty Flamingo I'm going to do as the bigger base, so 5.5 by 3 3/4, and a So Saffron base. That one work? Yeah, maybe. 5 1/4. 3.5. Okay. That and that onto there. Okay, so now in this stamp set we have some beautiful words that we can use, but I wanted to see in this one. It says today calls for something sweet with extra sprinkles on top. I'm just going to say celebrate your day, I think. Celebrate your day. Okay, that, and I also want to use, there's some sprinkles in here which are super, super cute. So the sprinkles are really nice for decorating the back. Okay. So I'm going to glue one of the bases down flat. The Wishes stamp set is like a two-tone stamp set, Megan. So what it actually is you stamp the wishes in a lighter colour, and then you stamp the bottom part in a darker colour just on the bottom. You line it up, so it's probably a stamparatus job. Line it up, and yeah, it's just designed to be able to to do like a two-toned word wishes. Okay, I'm actually going to go like that. So I want that one to sit on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to glue that one down and glue the blue one down. So that one's going to glue down there. This one's going to glue down on there. And then I'm going to pop up the So Saffron one on dimensionals. In the middle, just like so. Okay. And this one, I'm going to pop him up on dimensionals as well. How cute is it that we can now cut these out with framelits? I think it's super, super cute. And I think I'm actually going to trim off that piece on the side. I actually don't think I want that piece on the side of this one. So I'm just going to trim that off and then pop him here. And I'm going to do some different coloured layers on this one. I'm going to do that one like that. Looks yummy. You feel like eating a cupcake now? I think it's making us all get a bit hungry, isn't it? It's about morning tea time soon. After I've done this video, I think it'll be nearly morning tea time for me. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one up the top. Make sure I've got my little piece pulled out. Up the top here. And this one's going to sit up. On here. Like so. Wow, look at that for cupcakes. That's looking super, super cute. So now I'm going to stamp the sentiment, celebrate your day. I think I'm going to stamp that in our balmy blue. Celebrate your day. Like that. And then with our little sprinkles, I'm just going to pop some, I need to stamp off. Okay. Blue, stamp off. Yellow, we can go straight on. Okay, our balmy blue, I'm going to go, and flirty flamingo, I'm going to go like that. Okay, celebrate your day. I'm thinking that looks pretty super cute. So now I'm just going to layer those up. Yeah, I'm nearly finished, Donna, but you can probably watch the replay anyway. I'm pushed for time. I'm getting so close to my work start time that I was hoping to have more. I was hoping to get the frogs done as well. But anyway, there's always time for the next live video that I can do some more. And I actually want to do the one with the Stamparatus, because the stamp set with the Stamparatus looks really, really awesome to use. So, but I just haven't had time to play around with it just yet. But I'm super, super excited that I will probably, after I've finished work this morning, I'll probably get a bit of a chance and be able to have a bit of a play around and hopefully get something together for next week's live video, so I can show you how to use that one as well. And hopefully before the 15th, so that you can make a decision of whether you want to try and earn it for free. So I'm just going to bring back in all those cards that I made today. So we've got the cupcakes, we've got the gorgeous flowers, and the beautiful succulent. Okay, so as you can see, some super, super cute, really exciting stuff that we've got. Yes, exactly, Megan, there's always tomorrow. Oh my God, I've been on live I don't know how many times this week. So, but it's a super exciting week. So I just wanted to remind you about, we have an awesome joining special at the moment. So normally you get $235 worth of product to purchase. And you only pay $169 for the starter kit. But during January, February and March this year, we have that you actually pick $315 worth of product. So an extra $80 worth of product, and you still only pay $169. If you wanted the craft carry tote, instead of paying the $169, you pay $210, you get the craft carry tote, while stocks are available for that. So if you're interested in joining my team, I would love to chat with you about it. You get an ongoing 20% discount while ever you stay current. And at the moment, if you join right now, you will stay current no matter what until the end of July. So you are guaranteed a 20% discount from now until the end of July. And if you make the quarterly amount, then you're going to get another 3 months after that as well. So it's food for thought. So hopefully you all enjoyed that crafting today. Sorry about the couple of phone calls, but I will hopefully catch you live again Tuesday at 1 p.m. my normal time next week. So everybody have a lovely weekend, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye for now.